Hi, I'm Miss Reynolds, and I'm going to be sharing with you Elvis, the Story of the King of Rock and Roll by Bonnie Christensen. 1935, East Tupelo, Mississippi. Things were different back then. One door for blacks, another for whites. Whites up front, blacks in the back. Right side of the tracks, wrong side of the tracks. But music, it was everywhere. Jazz floating between neighborhoods, blues chugging up both sides of the tracks, spirituals and gospel music pouring out of churches. Music lifting spirits up and up. Elvis Presley was born into all that music on January 8th, 1935. 1937. Sunday hymns raised the rafters at the First Assembly of God Church, pulling that little Presley boy right off his mama's lap. He didn't know the words, but he sure sung his heart out. 1938. Shy, quiet, dreamy boy, that Elvis. Tied to his mama's apron strings, no brothers, no sisters, just Elvis. His little family kept to themselves, poor as sin, barely getting by. Neighbors said he cried his eyes out when his daddy went to jail. Elvis's mama, Gladys, lost their house, so they kept moving from here to there. Even after his daddy came home, it was hard to pay the rent, to hold on. Gladys walked Elvis to school every day, holding his hand, holding on. Elvis held on too, to music. Black gospel, blues, spirituals, all kinds of songs filled the air. Pop ballads, country and western, even opera flowed through the radio, and Elvis loved it all. 1945. At church, Elvis sang gospel. At school, he sang a sad old ballad. His teacher loved his voice so much, she entered him in a talent show. Shaky, shy Elvis sang his ballad about a dog. He didn't even have a guitar. He just sang straight through with feeling. Elvis won 5th place and $5. 1946. Gladys gave Elvis a guitar for his 11th birthday. Though he never had a real lesson, Elvis sure learned how to play. Saturdays he waited in line for his chance on the radio. Kids at school wrinkled their noses. They whispered hillbilly at him, but Elvis kept right on playing. He always did what he loved best, even though the family was broke. One night they had to pack up and move on. 1948, Memphis. New apartment, new school, new jobs. Elvis's heart and soul were beating to the rhythm of Beale Street and better things to come. In his new neighborhood, Elvis found friends, singing, guitar-picking friends. Polite, shy Elvis sang soft, sweet songs at twilight. 1953, Sun Recording Studio. Years changed while other things stayed the same. Black churches, white churches, black radio, white radio. Some people wanted to mix things up though. Change, cross boundaries, bring people together. Sam Phillips at Sun Records dreamed of harmonizing black and white. And oh, how he loved the Delta blues. Elvis knew all about Sun Recording Studios. He passed by the studio dreaming of singing and making records. One day Elvis took the leap. He walked into the studio and paid $4 to make a record. The folks at Sun liked his voice. It was unique and new, but they didn't need a new singer. Elvis stopped by week after week. Need a singer? Week after week, the answer was no. Month after month? No. And then Sam Phillips remembered his voice. A singer. What was his name? Elvis. Elvis, all worry nerves, grabbed a guitar and started singing That's All Right. Sam started recording. That's All Right was a Delta blues song, and Elvis was singing it a whole new way. Rag and raw Delta blues with bits of country and moments of gospel. Black and white music mixed up all together, a whole new sound. WHBQ radio. A few days later, That's All Right played on the radio. Phones rang off the hook. Everybody wanted to hear Elvis again and again. They wanted to see him live on stage too. His first performance. The band started playing, but nervous Elvis couldn't stop shaking. He couldn't hide it either. He just shook with the music. He moved his legs to the beat. The audience went wild. Elvis kept on singing through southern states, and then on to New York City and national television. Elvis Presley, the shy mama's boy from East Tupelo, Mississippi, was on his way, destined to become a musical legend. With echoes of gospel, country, jazz, and blues, Elvis's voice touched the hearts and souls of millions, then, now, and always. I hope you enjoyed the story of Elvis.